Hi, I'm Kelsey. My son is Ezekiel, and he has attended Ascend Autism for 3 years now. Hi, my son was around 18 to 24 months when we started to suspect that he may be delayed. My son hit every milestone except talking. That is where he struggled. My son's pediatrician did recommend that we use the TEIS program, and when we initiated that process, we then quickly learned that due to standing COVID effects, that we would not be able to do in-person therapy. So we opted out of that program and moved forward with speech therapy through somewhere different. My son, Ezekiel, was officially diagnosed with autism at 3 years old. He initially was in speech therapy, and thankfully we had an amazing therapist who started to notice some signs and helped push us in the direction of further evaluations. We reached back out to his pediatrician, and she was awesome in helping us find our next steps with that. Unfortunately, here in Tennessee, it is up to a 2 to 3 year wait list for that. But thankfully, I was able to find a grant with a child psychologist that sped the process up. And from that point forward, over the next few months, we went through the evaluation process. And that's when we received our son's diagnosis. With our son's journey and finding ABA, around when he got diagnosed, we also started to see some behavioral issues. We attempted traditional daycare and things similar. Unfortunately, it was not working out for us, for him, for our family. So I worked on trying to find other help and resources. When he did get that diagnosis, we were essentially left to figure it out from that point forward. So being his mother and refusing to let him struggle any longer, I started Googling, and one of the first things that thankfully popped up was Ascend Autism. I reached out, they kind of gave me a rundown of the process and what their services are. So from that point forward, I started looking up ABA. Initially was a little discouraged and extremely intimidated due to the very, very outdated information of how some ABA centers were ran or are still ran to this day. With finding Ascend, we truly lucked out. We couldn't have found a better place for our son to thrive in. We decided to have our son enroll in Ascend Autism because not only did they go the extra mile to make sure that my son was able to have his daily comfort needs, he was never denied those items. They treated him as one of their own. They made us feel equally as involved. They allowed us as much as we wanted to be a part of the entire process. What really stood out to me with my son in attending Ascend was how quickly he became comfortable with the establishment and everybody involved. When we initially started looking into different resources for our son, he was currently at that time struggling with eye contact, major behavior issues, biting, throwing things, really struggling with self-regulation. He could not verbalize any wants or needs. He really struggled with a lot of things. Throughout his time at Ascend, my son now is fully verbal. He can count. He knows all of his basic kindergarten and schooling needs. He is potty trained, which we honestly weren't sure how that was going to look, and that is a huge thanks to Ascend and all their work. He has more variety in his food choices. He knows how to share. He knows how to play. He knows how to nicely ask for his needs or wants. Ascend has truly been one of the, if not the biggest reason my son is currently thriving to the point that he is. Ascend has helped me and my husband as parents tremendously through finding resources, through communication tactics with our son, through just constantly evolving with us as he continues to learn and grow. They have quite literally stood right beside us every step of the way. They are so involved in what's going on at home so that they can branch from that. Through his other services, they've gone out of their way to meet up with his speech therapist, his OT, just to make sure everybody's on the same page. The one thing that I would recommend the most with Ascend is their constant want to grow and be better, to help these children thoroughly thrive. With our son, there unfortunately wasn't one particular barrier. With this world, we were thrown into it. There are many barriers. There was lack of support. There were constant wait lists, issues with insurance and fighting us on recommended needs. There were a lot of barriers, and most of them were completely left up to us as parents to figure them out alone. That was one of the nice, amazing things with coming to Ascend, is we no longer had to navigate that by ourselves. When a parent first finds out about their child's diagnosis, the first thing that I would want to do is hug you and tell you that you will get through this. You will figure it out. You will get through it. What I would also say is stay due diligent in finding those resources for your child. ABA can have a scary stigma around it, but that is not how all ABA centers are currently ran today.